Hello there. It's been a beautiful day here in New Zealand. It is the 31st of December 2021, late in the afternoon, and I have finally decided to turn my camera back on again to do a bit of filming of my painting. I haven't done it for a few months, and I lost my mum on Monday to old age. She'd had enough and she fell asleep and didn't wake up again, so it's a bit of a sad time, but at the same time it's also, for me, it's a celebration of life. She was 89 years old. So today I have decided that I want to do just a simple tree ring type pour with a few colours that I had still made up in my cupboard, and the colours I am going to be using are Montmartre Phthalo Blue, Artist's Acrylic Silver, Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24K Gold, Montmartre Acrylic Colour Signature Range in Crimson, and the Montmartre Signature Range also in Turquoise. And I've got some of the, I've already put the colours in dribs and drabs into a cup, and I've got some of the phthalo blue, which I'm going to put down as my base on my canvas. And I just want to put enough so that I can move the paint in my cup around easily, but not have the painting, hopefully anyway, not have the painting overwhelmed by the blue. I tried to pick bright colours, summer colours for New Zealand, and of course the red and gold for the Christmas colours. So I'll just pop that wee bubble, big bubble, and I think before I start I'll just move that paint round a bit because it's a little thick. It's very slightly thicker than the paint that I've got in the cup, which are all sort of medium to thin. I had to add some water to a couple of them because they'd been sitting for quite a long time. So I'll just wiggle that round a little. I won't take it over the edges, just enough so that I've got it on the board to use as my base. I'll just give it a quick run over with my torch to get out a few of the bubbles. Just a few surface bubbles sitting there on the top. So now I'm going to get my cup, put a spout in it, and slowly pour out my paint until it's all on the canvas. Okay, that's as much as I want it poured. It's looking interesting already, but I will tell you before I continue that I actually forgot to point out the phthalo green, Artist's Acrylic phthalo green, that I had also put in to my colours. Right, so I've got my gloves on now, ready to do a tilt, but before I do, of course, I'm going to need to do a bit of a torch because I've got a few bubbles in here. I had thinned down a couple of the paints with water, and yeah, they got a few bubbles in, so I'll have those little sort of paint holes that I call them. That will do for that surface, as I don't want it yeah, starting to dry. Okay, so now I'm going to tilt it until I get a pattern that I am happy with. I'm very pleased with the way that has come out, almost like the typhoon that I kind of wanted it to be, with all those amazing colours going through it. I've still got some sunlight coming into the room, so I'm going to just give it a quick torch, because I can see a lot of tiny surface bubbles. I don't expect there to be any cells, because that wasn't what I was aiming for in this picture, but I do need to get rid of some of the bubbles. So that looks a lot better, although it's put the tiny little pin pricks, as I call them, pin prick marks, into the gold mixed with the silver. So now I will bring it up closer to the camera for you to have a look at and see if I can pick it up in the sunlight for you. The beautiful glittery sheen of the gold, 24 karat gold paint, and of course the silver that's in there. But that is just beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm loving the colours. I'm glad I decided to put in the phthalo green, because I was going to leave it out. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing now how that dries. I'm very pleased with the way that that has turned out, being my first time back on camera for over 2 months. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do this again, and I'll try and catch up with a lot of you that I haven't really been able to concentrate on the last 2.5 months or so. I've got in and checked out YouTube from time to time, but haven't really had the time to spend good time watching some of my YouTube friends' videos, so I'll have to get back to that again. Thank you very much for joining me. I wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope that 2022 is better than what 2021 has been.